I have no I should unmute myself, don't you think? Good idea. Hello, hello, hello. Got my gloves on. Ready to fight. I don't know how you fight, but it's funny to do that. All right. Gonna be working on more fishing stuff today. Do I have everything I need? Maybe. All right. Hey, Rome. Though miming is fun. Well, it's supposed. I was gonna do like the that thing, but that's not. It's like. Doesn't really work. Anyway, I should. Rome, you should go to sleep. If you're really tired, you should just sleep. Don't stay up on my account. When you used to not be able to sleep. Am I fuzzy? Camera, go where I want you. Maybe I just move myself. I should code, I suppose. You're in a box on the screen, though, so it worked well. That's also true. Hey, don't box me in, man. Well, like, generically. Like, you don't box me in. What am I doing? Now I have to, like, reset my brain. I was distracted for like a second. I need to tell Dras you need to do something for me. Hold on. Also, when you get a second. This way we can pass all the fishing. I'm asking Jacob to give me a map for testing. It was the chickens, wasn't it? Yes. Yes. Mr. Beaky Boo, specifically. Okay. So I have a few things I need to work on tonight. I did get the fishing stuff to work where the little fish will pull back, which is great. And while I have a lot of work to do on fine-tuning, I think I'm going to do some basic cleanup first. I should work on my rod. Fishing rod. What do I need to do with my fishing rod stuff? I have settings on the fishing rod that I want to be able to determine what I'm doing with. Do I have a line strength in here? Line. I don't have anything about line strength. That's good. So what does my setting look like? I almost had caffeine tonight, and then I decided not to. Yeah, mushrooms ready. The mouse room is actually what it is. It's Renice's mouse mushroom. Okay, so line strength is a number between 0 and 100. 100 means fully strength. 1 means no strength. That feels wrong to me. So, I'm going to fix a couple things real quick here. First off, here. I want this. Determine that. Update sliders. Normalize tension. Take gauge. I don't want to do target tension. I don't want to do current tension. I want to refactor this, but do by current tension. I added an O, but I don't know if it was the right spelling. I think it's a clever one. Oh, you did add an O. Mousroom. I actually don't know how mousroom is spelled. It probably is pretty close. I'll have to ask Renisha again. I think I might have actually named it Mousroom somehow. Or it's Mouse Shroom. So it's not like Mousroom, it's Mouse Room. Mouse Room. Who knows? We are going to fish. I could work on animations on the fishing right now, but I want to get the rest of the mechanics in place before I do that. So, like the other mechanics are we're gonna need to be able to have different rods, and we will be able to say like how fast you can reel it in, and how strong the line is. The line strength is basically how much tension it can take before it breaks. Basically. But it's interesting because the way this is set up, the gauge is from 0 to 100, but the line strength only kicks in at a certain point because, the fish can escape. Oh, darn it. I'm a little gassy, sorry. Burpee Matsu. Now that I'm talking dev at my day job, I find myself having to remember what my name is when I refer to myself. Because sometimes I almost catch myself saying Matsu. It's so fascinating about how y'all put that kind of information into a game. What kind of information? Oh, it's interesting that the tension is no longer showing at all now. What happened to the tension? I'm a little confused. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I know what's going on there. But I have this to be target tension because we want to make it go toward target tension. Oh, well, I cheated a little bit. Hey, Rogue Phoenix Games. Hey, Killboy. Killboy and Rogue Phoenix, your names have very similar colors. My brain doesn't really understand it. Don't worry, neither does mine. Yeah. Mine doesn't have any idea how it comes together either. I don't know if I want the normalized tension. What do I do? Yeah, okay. How many colors are there on Twitch? How many colors are there on Twitch? Clever girl. I don't know how many colors there are, but you both have red to me. And even though your names are different, I only see colors on there. I don't think about the words. Sorry. All right, so see, the fish fights. It's not a very strong fighter, but when it's fighting, the tension increases and it pulls back. At some point, the fish is going to run out of strength. You see how it's saying at the bottom, fish is normal, which means it's doing normal levels of like randomized pulling. And then if I do this long enough, if I can keep it in the tension zone long enough, Oh, now it's weak. So when the fish becomes weak, the tension gauge, I think I still need to make the tension gauge grow a little bit, but it stopped growing because the fish got weak. Technically, the entire well, your colors aren't exactly the same. They're like marginally different, but not different enough. Okay, so let's go mess with the weak fish behavior. What we want to do is we're going to take what we do with tension. Actually, I'm really confused why the tension is not growing. Tension should still grow. And I'm pulling. Weird. Weak. I'm actually a little confused why the tension doesn't grow, because we still grow the tension in the game controller. I think, right? Update tension and velocity. Current reel velocity. So based on how much tension you have, the reel speed is affected. That's weird, actually. It's like subtracting it. Shouldn't that be plus, not minus? Huh. It feels like this... I'm actually a little confused. I feel like real speed should be plus, not minus here. Let's see what happens when I change that value. Because if I'm reeling, I want the fish to move based on how much tension there is. Whatever the tension value is, it should reel faster based on the amount of tension. Is that true? As long as the fish isn't pulling. Math is hard. I guess it's still... Yeah, that makes sense. So it's going a little faster because I should be increasing. The more tension I have, the faster the fish should be pulled in. It's still fighting. It's fighting on the line. If I hold it down, it's not getting the snap. Okay, well, it didn't really break anything, so that's good. But I wondered why, like, when it was weak, why the tension doesn't grow at all. Because the tension should still grow even when the fish is weak. That's actually a little bit weird. Do I do an else? Else is pulling equals false. I don't do anything in here that would cause change. Pull check. Maybe I just make the target tension increased slightly if they're weak. Yeah. Do like 0.1 F to tension multiplier. Try that. think you might have not made it an exclamation point. Oh, they're really going at it there. Bang. Oh no, the skeleton killed me. What do you call a pig in an earthquake? Shaken. Like bacon, but shaken. All right. Chakan. Uh-oh. All right. So this is normal. You can see, like, if I'm maintaining, this isn't a very strong fish, so it's not fighting very hard. We are really gonna have to do some fine tuning and testing on this. Let's see if we can make this fish weak. Okay, so now the fish is weak. Let's get back in range. Okay. So when the fish is weak, we don't really want it to grow quite that much. Do I set the current section or the target? So we want tension to grow, but we don't really want to use a multiplier. I think we're just going to do, like, tension might grow from 0.01 to 1, I think. Like, we don't really need anything because it's just the fish is weak. We just pull it in, you know? We've weakened it. Did you kill it in 2 shots? Well, look at your avatar. It's tough. Okay, so we have a I think I've got it mostly dialed in. Why should you always wear 2 pairs of pants when playing golf? In case you get a hole in one. A hole in one. I'm gonna just see if I can finish tweaking the fish weakness. And then I'm gonna see if I can make the tension bar more dynamic. Which I need to do somehow. Can I just do it with sprite slicing? I might be able to. See, the fish starts pulling and the tension increases. Look at the little fishy move. It looks like it's alive. It's an unhappy little fish. Uh-oh, can't let you get away. And the fish is gonna go weak. Okay, now the fish is weak. Interestingly, the fish is harder to reel in when it's weak. But it does grow much slower. Just like incrementally. Okay, that's fine. Speaking of pants, the little blue avatar, when it faces certain ways, looks like a pair of pants. Like the little Monty had his pants run away and can't catch them. It is a pair of pants. It's a little, it's an evil pair of pants. So, that is accurate. You are correct. It is pants. Ding, 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 ding. You win. There's no prizes. You just win. You're just a winner. All right. So, can I... Is there a sprite slicing that would work here? My goodness, sorry. I think I could get away with it. So to do this... No, I actually don't think that... How would I do this? I'd need this... Or these? It never got close enough to tell you what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's Evil Pants. It was, I can't remember why. I was making it for Sugar Stack's birthday one year, but the RPG in a box couldn't handle what I was trying to do, so I gave up. Made a ton of avatars for that though. So what would make the most sense? I think what would make the most sense is something. The problem I foresee is these edges. Because I would need it to, like, if it hits the edge, I would need the left edge to go away. Not that we're going to have a lot of items that are going to be all the way to the edge. So maybe we just, like, max it out right here or something. I'm gonna need another version of this. I think the best way to do this. Discard. I think what I need to do is make a different version of this. Gauge. The tension for the gauge overlay. It should just be like a small version of this box, I guess. I don't know if it really saves me a lot not to like get how I extend. Nope. Not how you extend. Just shift. Oh, stop. Okay, so those are gonna be the edges I want, and I have to leave it open because otherwise it'd be confusing. So okay, so we're gonna get that. Why is it still not? Is this pixel doubled again? Oh, I bet you it's pixel doubled, isn't it? Grass Ray, why do you do this to me? There's just is there like a prop? Prop. So it would be better if this were an even size, right? What would be the size I want it? 34, I guess. I don't actually know where 34 will be, but eyeball it, I guess. Sure, there's a way to like measure it properly. That's 39. Is that right? Uh-oh. 36? How is it? Now I forget how you... Is there like a copy? Is there like a paste drag? I don't know how you paste drag. 34, 34. Okay. That should be acceptable. We have that one, and then we have to go back to this. We'll just leave this. I mean, I could make a... I guess I could make a smaller box so it could actually shrink and grow, right? That would make a lot of sense. Just sad. Have to do pixel artwork. So stressful. If Jacob could see me now doing the artwork, oh man, he'd be so upset. Just kidding, he wouldn't care. All right. Prop. This is where we find out that it's actually, yeah, it's pixel. And like all these different resolutions he saved everything at. It's supposed to be a pixel art. Should I fix it now while I'm... No, just... Mati, just stop. I give myself a pep talk. Okay. Meow, we have that and that. Now it's going to appear really weird. This is how we slice. Slice that sprite, baby. What? Can I not save it? Applied. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Well, we'll just deal with it. Let's see here. Right. And point, no filter. Straight, no chaser. Single. All the single sprites. All the single sprites. All the single sprites. All the single sprites. Oh. Oh. I sing to my developers all the time. I think they think I'm weird. Okay, what's going on with this? Tension overlay. Overlay, 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 over. Okay, why? I didn't want you to be so big. Is that right? No, I guess, yeah, that's fine. So meow, we have to do the fun part. I feel like I should have kept the lines from the previous one so I knew where they went. All right, I'll go find it. I'm sorry. It was a long day. It was a long day today. Get all yawny. Fishing. Between singing and potential to call yourself Monty at work sounds like an interesting time. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, and we do a lot of our conversations over the phone. So half the time people are muted. And so I show up. I wonder if this is. I show up on these calls and I'm like being goofy. And I can't. I think they're like, some of them are like, I think they make exactly that sound too. Okay. I think I could do this. Resources and UI. Do that. So it's, oh, I hate this part. It's like the slowness of it. Sprite fishing. Why is it? Oh, I see. Yeah, it is kind of like streaming. But I know that they have the capability of talking back at me. So it's not quite like streaming because like they could unmute and say something. Or like show any sort of example of them being human. And most people stay quiet. We're on phone calls and I'll start talking, I'll ask questions and no one will speak up. I'm like, guys, we're all here to talk about this, so someone's got to speak up. And I'll just start naming names. Temp. We're just going to throw this in there so we can see how it looks. There. And fresh. I heard a bunch of noises. Oh, it must be my wife on the other side of the wall or something. What does that sound? Is something attacking me? No. Not yet, at least. It's fine. I'm not. It's just funny. Like I find it amusing. In general, developers are less talkative, more serious, and so I come in and I'm just like cracking jokes and singing songs at people. I just don't think they know what to do about me. And I realize, yes, though, the streaming thing helps or hurts. I'll let you be the judge of that one. Streaming and just talking is useful. We're just doing that online all the time. I do come off as more serious on phone calls at work, though. Other than like the complete ham bone stuff I do when I'm joking, but I believe I come off as more serious. Now I should be able to make some decisions. A raccoon, yeah. Suddenly, raccoon. No, it was I think Composie's on the other side of the wall, which is the other half of the basement, doing something. It just sounded like, it almost sounded like the printer was going on, but there's nothing running on the printer. My wife. See, I knew it was my wife. She's not a raccoon. My wife. It didn't get you anything, Composie. I love you, though. You have my heart. What else can you ask for?
I Composie don't want any chickens ever.
They did a chicken thing.
Oh, the chicken thing. No.
Yeah. Look at you now.
I know.
It's not that long ago. It was like a couple years. You got old.
Hey, Killboy.
You got to your 40s. It's all downhill from here.
You're telling me.
I am telling you because I turned 43 this year. I can tell you. I live in the future.
Oh. But it was the anniversary.
Belly. What?
Where we at?
Oh yeah, don't. You might have a cold. I might have a cold. Someone might have a cold. Love you. Bye. They all said hi, and then she ran away from you. You said hi, bye. What would be the smartest way to do this? I think. Oh no. You'll be getting quail, just like hanging out. You're not going to go hunting. You said that, I thought immediately that you would be hunting or something. Mini bird fix. Ah, yes. Tension overlay. Not really a tension overlay. It's like a... What is tension overlay? Your internet's so delayed. Yeah, she's gone. Sorry, she moves fast. She's faster than your internet. It's escaped. I just heard a giant thump. Hopefully everything's okay. You. Make strength left and strength right. To the right now. One hop this time. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Going to get chicks and have them here for eggs. Potentially, eventually, a meat. Potentially, eventually. Wait, I handle that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to handle it though, so I'm starting small. A meat source, yeah. You're gonna Minecraft it up. I like it. Thump. Was this a raccoon? No biggie. The raccoon's name has a name. Her name is Robert Paulson. Her name is Robert Paulson. Sorry, no one's gonna get that reference. Her name is Robert Paulson. Oopsie. Just do that. Really? It's just negative 39? Negative 40? So I can't resize an object, can I? Can I change the width of an object? I think I can. How do I change the width? UI. I think I have to get the rect from it or something. The button and part of canvas, you typically manipulate the rect transform. Okay, so I have to get the rect transform of it. Right? So I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. It's out of 80. I believe I can soar. So then what I need is see you running through the open door. Okay. I swear I'm done now. Incidentally, what I do. Randomly start singing. Like, I think maybe we want to limit it so it can only get to a certain size. Just leave it placed where it's at. Problem is, I think it has to change the anchors, right? No, the anchors stay in the same place. Okay. So what if I want only throw I'm asking ChatGPT, see what it thinks. I'd have to do the pivot. Why do they make this so difficult? So obnoxious. There's some cleverer way to do this. Hey, Mendoza. What you knows? Oh, I could cheat. Why don't I just cheat? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do something that I shouldn't do, but I'm too lazy to do math and stuff. UI slider. Not the full bar. Shut up. Go Mendoza. It's your birthday. Gonna party like it's your birthday. Speaking of what I sing to my employees. All the time. They're just like, okay, you can stop meow. This is such a cheaty hack right now. I'm just so cheating right now. Such a cheater face. But it's less work in the end, right? In the end, it doesn't even matter. Not so hard, got so far. I change the size of this area. It is 0, I think it's 0011. One of them. 0, 0. Take the whole size of it. And if we go to fill area and we go to slider, anyone see the show Sliders when you were a kid? Oh wait, not everyone was alive. Never mind. Sorry. Forget I said anything. It's fine. Check it out. Now I can change the 10th in strength. The 10th in strength. It'll never be 0. So, although I guess it could make it have a default of like it was, right? 15. Mendoza, your whole job here is just to laugh. Is that your job? You're just here for the the laughies. How did I do that? How do I live without you? I want to know. There's no width. I had a width. It's fine. We don't need no stinking width. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was messing with the wrong one. Okay. That's fine. We can do it. I did not see Sliders, no, and I was alive. Okay. Congratulations on being alive. Did you know Sugar Ray? I just want to fly. And someone told me he sounded like Elmer Fudd, and I could never stop hearing that. Didn't really have musical preferences though when I was a kid in high school and stuff. This is actually okay. I just want to sing my own praises and talk about just how freaking brilliant I am. Let me tell you how brilliant I am, okay? I'm pretty good. I'm all right. I have ideas and things, and that's good, right? Okay, so check out how brilliant I am, because I'm gonna stick with that theory. I'm gonna do this. How big is it gonna be? 200? Really? I'm gonna make it 200. Screw that. Okay. You do remember this. V, I never watched V. I think because it was on cable. And we didn't have cable. Because my parents got divorced and my mom not have a lot of money. Thanks for bringing up that wound, Mendoza. Jeez. How rude. I'm just kidding. Okay. So check this out. And what I'll do is I'll turn off this one here so the lines aren't there. So this bar needs to represent, and I'm only telling you this because I want to sing my own praises. I don't really care if you guys are listening. So there's this bar here that represents the strength of the line when you're fishing. And when you're fishing, you have to keep the line in between those two dots. That spot. Excuse me. Well, I'm going to make it so your rod, you heard me, can decide how much tension can be applied before the line risks breaking. Now we're going to make the slack part always the same. So if it falls below a certain tension, that's considered slack and the fish can escape. But if the rod has higher line strength, you can have more. And I've just made it so it's all based on the slider. So that if whatever I set in the rod value, I can just set it and it'll, if it's a strength of 1, well, I'll make it out of 100 just because I think that the whole numbers make more sense in this case. If it's out of 100, it'll be the strongest you possibly can. And then I'll have to figure out like what the lowest number is. And I'll just have to make sure that the minimum value is whatever that is. Okay. But I think I want to use whole numbers. I want to do 0 to 100. Which apparently messes up my... Why did it mess up my... Oh, I see. It was at 1. And we'll make it whole numbers, so it only moves in whole values. And then I guess we'll make the minimum like 10. So we might make a rod that's super fast reeling, but at a 10. I don't know. But I'm going to make the minimum, well, maybe like 20. 10's ridiculously low. So it'll be 20 to 100. I could also make it out of 80, but I need to have a minimum. So we'll do that. My wife came back. My wife came back the very next day. You didn't just sign my name?
No.
They know that you do that,
Is that your name?
Sometimes, yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna like... It's gonna be mayhem. Don't worry, I can find ways to make mayhem. Sounds like there's a lot of variety of rods in this world. So does that mean you're gonna take these? I wouldn't say no to that.
Okay.
There are a lot of rods. Composie's here again.
Hi.
Rome said that they're getting something with a Q. Some kind of bird. Little bird. Quins, quills,
Aww.
quiddles, pottles.
In your neighborhood?
I should know the word. I don't know why the word escapes my brain. It wasn't a raccoon.
Chicks.
Chicks. But what kind of chicks? Hot chicks?
I don't know. They're probably responding.
Yeah, but now I have to go.
Rome, I have a Valentine's Day card for you that I just never made. So we're just gonna say it's just a card. That's my ADHD.
Oh, mini bird. Okay, hi, Composy. Quail. There you go.
Quail!
I knew it was a Q word.
Ooh. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Rome's already fallen asleep. See that? Rome says that their internet is slow. So probably like the second you walk away, they'll be like, wait, Composy! And I'm sure they'll say it exactly like that. Night, Composy. Oh, that would be really sad if Rome says something now. I think they gave up on me. I won't give up on what our daughter did. Oh yeah, it says. Can I share it? There's no reason, right? Rome said is the perfect time for my internet to be like, nope.
Look what our son drew.
And it says it's the biggest.
We're actually subliminating one of his drawings on it.
That's what I was drawing too. Rome, I told Composy about the quail, except I forgot what it was called. Thanks, Composy. I, Composy, don't want any chickens ever. Good night, Composy. Make sure to compose yourself. Okay, so I think this will work. but it is placed about right. I have to do position X is fine. What did I do? Did I do position? What did I do? It would be -5. There you go. That looks about right. Perfect. Never better. I could almost do with having this tension line being slightly... No, that's what it was though, right? That's what this... These numbers have to be the same, but if it was like 40, which is probably about right, and 40. There you go. Now we have movable tension lines. Boom shakalaka. Well, I told Jacob. I'm sure he's happy about that. He likes it when I play with his rod stuff. Fishing rod. Might know the gutter. Okay, so now meow, meow, meow. I think I'm gonna just put these into the fishing gauge. I don't think I need to make another class for it, just for my stupid rod. So, Fungel, how are you? Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Gay Clouds or Gay Clouds. Dirt Face, Hoopla. Thank you for the follow, Laws Arose. Okay. Me when ad. Did you get an ad? Sorry, I can't control for that, unfortunately. Thank you. Follows. Did you not get a shout out? How did you not get a shout out? Shout out, Fungel. Let's do. I did. You know what? Thanks for the raid. Have a great stream. I mean, have a great raid and run. Oh, it's like thanks you too. Have a good night, Rome. I'm gonna give up trying. It won't cooperate. It just keeps cutting out. My fix is unplugged. Yeah, that's fine. Whole having one outlet not available means choosing between lights or antenna. So I'm gonna call it a night. All right, have a good one. Sleep well. Have a good stream. Thanks, you too. Wait a minute. Anyway. These are the sliders. I'm the slider. Then we're gonna need a left string and right. Yes, this is the game I'm working on. I'm working on rebuilding the fishing game on it, actually. The original fishing game has survived since we did our demo. It's insane if you really think about it. Demo was almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. And, you know, it needs some work. So I am making the fishing game like a serious fishing game where you have to like manually bait the hook in pixels. And no, I'm just kidding. Not that serious. That would be many layers of insane, I think. But I am making it more dynamic than what we have. So that little fish will actually move when you're reeling it in, and I'll make a bunch of settings so we can configure strength of the rod, and it's a lot of fun stuff happening here. Yo. Line strength different. Bars will be bigger or smaller. I'm telling my partner in crime on this because, you know, it's going to be fun, you all. I'm going to do all this work and people are going to be like, I don't really like the new fishing game. It sucks. I don't know if people are going to say that. Sometimes it feels like that's what happens though. Like you do all this work and you're like, you're really into it. And then people come along and like, it's crap. No. Don't be hating. That number will always be the same, but I'm not really sure about this one. Figure that one out too. I don't know how I'm going to match the colors yet with where the tension slider is. Because the tension slider is at a different rate. Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out. I should be able to. I think the fishing will work regardless. I should be able to just test it. I haven't changed any code. Right now, I was just getting the mechanics of the GUI in place. I can tell I need this. I need the inner bar to be slightly broader. About right. But that turns orange at 40. How am I going to do this? I think what I have to do is whatever number I use for this inner part, I will have to subtract that amount, I guess. Hey, D. Support Lurk. Thank you for the support, Lurk. I appreciate it. And thanks for the positive encouragement about the game. The fish even fights. Like if you're pulling on it, it'll pull back. Kind of cool. If I do say so myself. I think it's cool, but I'm the one making it, so I guess I mean, I can say it's cool, but it's cooler if it counts when other people say it's cool. That's how that works. Let's see here. I guess this does need to be like one. I'm just gonna say 195. We're just gonna do 195, 95. So how do I translate that to the color coding? I don't know. Because the coloring starts, I'm sorry. Oh, the coloring starts after, it's not 15. What's the number again? One problem with streaming on a weeknight is work and tiredness. This says it's 15. That's 15 in the bar that underlines it. So I guess I could just try some funny math. Okay, so let's go in here and do this. We're gonna do for line strength. Let me go to the rod. Oh please, dear goodness. Game fishing rod data, line strength. So the range is gonna be, I guess we'll say 15 to 100. That should be okay. See if my math will work here. We'll default it to 15. No, we'll default it to 40. We'll see what happens when I use that value. Go into our gauge. Fishing gauge controller. We would need like a setup method here. Put it in here, I guess. I also want to make sure that this is not updating if it's not fishing. So let's do make a setup method or something. Public void setup. And we'll pass in the context. Fishing context. Let's make context. 3, 2, 1. Context is what we use when we're tracking all of our games. Context. Public, private. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm storing it. Whatever. Keep a reference. Sure. The context never changes anyway. So, we're going to give it the context. And then we're going to say if the context isn't null, I think it's a serialized object. I wonder if I could do context. Is reeling? No, it's not is reeling. Is can? I don't think I have a canned fish on here. Let me go. Can reel. Okay. So can reel needs to go into the fishing context. Because this is the thing that stores all of the settings related to fishing. Is slacking? Yes. No. Maybe. I get no. Where's my can reel? And I suppose stop reeling. There we go. So now we have a way that we can check if the context itself has reeling. That's what I was afraid of. Is it dot question mark or is it question mark dot? I thought I made it a Boolean, didn't I? Oh, because it's null. Oh. Right. Oh, what is the deal with this pattern thing? It's so weird. I mean, it makes sense, but doesn't. It's like it's saving me a little bit, I guess, in my writing. Kind of one of those shortcuts where I'm like, yeah, it's kind of structured. I suppose you could do like more than one thing that you pattern match. So it's kind of nice that you could check more than one thing at a time, I guess. So if we can reel, then it's going to worry about updating. Okay. So we do setup. And then we have to get the current rod and set. So current rod equals. Hey, look at that. It's line strength, isn't it? Lining strength? Lining strength. No. I think this will work. Perhaps. Sorry, I just burped. I have a burpy gut. Yes? Question mark? So what we're gonna do before I worry about like whether it's aligned to the outer edge, I'm just gonna see if I can get. I'll do something absurd with the line strength, like I'll make it really far out. Because the thing I need to determine now is if the line snaps or when the line snaps. Because you should, when you get into the orange zone, get in the zone. Orange zone. When you get in the orange zone, you have a risk of snapping. When you get into red, the risk is like really high. But now I have to dynamically change the colors. Why do I do this to myself? Because it's just how my brain works. I like to have things that work well. Whoopsie. Little zoom. Uh-oh. Well, it in theory it's working. Oh right, I never called the setup method. Okay. So nothing happened. It was technically it was fishing in its mind. Like yeah, we're totally fishing right now. This dot fishing gauge, open window. Mind fishing. I should do dad joke. Okay. All it builds. Why didn't 4 ask 5 out on a second? On 2. Why didn't 4 ask 5 out on a factor? 2 squared on a 4? What does this joke mean? 2 to the power of 2 on an exponent? It's not a date. Why didn't 4 ask 5 out on a 2 squared? What does this joke mean? Google it. This doesn't seem like a real joke. The joke wasn't told right. There must have been an arrow. The joke is completely wrong. It's like completely wrong. But it should be like, why didn't 5 ask 4 out? Because he was 2 square. Maybe 5. Okay, never mind. I need to cleanse my palate of that. What does a cloud do when it gets an itch? It finds nearest skyscraper. Because it's okay. Better, I guess, than the 4, 5 weirdness. Let's go fishing. Oh, yeah, perfect. It works exactly like I thought it would. Look at it go. See the fish? See how it pulls while I'm trying to get... The thing is, the fish isn't very strong, so I'm pulling, and it's like it's trying to pull back, but it's not pulling enough to affect the velocity. Or maybe my math isn't right. But that certainly is not right. Okay, so what is going on here? Oh, do I have to... No, I don't have to normalize it. Line strength. Line strength is a number between 15 and 100. Did I say that? Oh, it didn't set. Get it? Okay. We'll do... 40 was where it changes, so it would be... 35, I guess? 35? Is that? But that's part... Well, there's your problem. The great part about this is while I probably will help a little bit with balancing the fish, because Jacob loves fishing, I'm going to make him do it. I'll be like, here's the settings. Go make as many fish as you want and leave me alone. I made the system. You make the rest. It's weird that that inner one wasn't working properly. Anyway, so now we have a setting, and it's about... Look at that. It's in the right spot. That's awesome. And then once we get to this spot here, we have to be able to make it. So I actually have it set to what it was before, apparently. Pretty close. I think it's a little bit bigger, but... Who knew fishing could be so complicated? Who knew making fishing feel simple can be so complicated? Why you gotta go make things so complicated? So now we should... So now I have to just... Like, this whole idea right here is this garbage. Okay. Well, these ones are okay. So these ones are fine because that's always going to stay the same. But these ones are not so fun. So what we need to do... How do we want to do this? I like that this is kind of hard-coded. Actually, kind of want to make this like bigger number. This is the slack part of the line. But then what do I do with these? I kind of made this so I could like manually configure it before I thought about changing the colors. So, although it would be kind of interesting if you could change the amount of slack too. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so we're just not going. I just have to figure out how I want to deal with if the number is greater than 50. tension's less than the key, then break. Because if it's 0, it's never going to be less than 0. Okay, so that's okay. Then we set this, then we check it. What I could do here is what I want to do is I want to set this value to whatever the line strength is, plus a number. My line strength right now is 35. So 35 was actually okay. But how does this work from a translation perspective? So it's off by 5 right now. Ish. 5-ish. Because this is 40 and it was turning orange right before it hit the edge. Probably more like at 42. I guess I could just get the difference between those two. That would probably work. Or I could reduce the number available by 5. I don't know if it'll line up perfectly though. I have 2 different bars I'm using underneath it. So 35 plus 7. The difference is 7, I guess. So what I'm gonna do, maybe I just won't make it read only. I just hate hard coding this stuff. Maybe I don't make it static. Although I made it static so it could persist everywhere. With that 0 to 9, it'll be red. 9 to 15 is orange. 15 to this number. I could just build it dynamically. So I guess I'll just build it. I don't know. I'll just do it dynamically. Dictionaries can't be serialized on game objects, so that's not worth anything to worry about. And what we'll do is pay no attention to my code. That's all confused. It'll figure it out at some point. It'll know what I'm doing. All right. I think what I'll actually do is I'm just gonna hard code it in, I guess. Here. I'll just create it as part of the setup, right? And then we'll make this number. Oopsie. Okay. And for the moment, we're just going to plus 7 through it. This is me taunting myself later when I read this. Like, why did it have 7? Oh, you did magic. Got it. Oh, it's magic. So, meow. We have to decide when it turns red. We have to get the remainder of what's left. Break. So the break point. Hi, holy moly, Titan. Hello, welcome. Cat Girl is in the house. I hope I said your name right. I probably didn't, did I? Welcome, Toaster Cat Girl. Sorry that you're angry, but I hope that you have a good evening. Thank you for the follow. And welcome, Sad Red. And it's Tiramisu. It's Tiramisu. Tiramisu. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Oh, Third Tier Gaming. Hello. I saw you too. Welcome everybody. You guys are new people, and I'm getting lots of follows. Let me just give you guys the quick rundown. Hopefully, Kat had a good stream or an angry one of the two. Hey Han, got it. KT. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I said it completely wrong. Not like this. Exactly. Not like this. This is the game I'm working on. Anyway, fellow game streamer, I'm assuming you're rating and running. And you do game dev? Let me go look at this. Am I muted on here? Yeah. What are you making? Standard greeting protocol. That's a good way of dealing with that. It's so annoying. Doing these like abouts and stuff. Everyone gets it wrong. It's my fault for spelling it like this. No, we should all know immediately when we see it that it's right. You put your birth date on here? Mental age. Oh, get it. Yes. Let's see what you got. So you're doing an FPS game. You got a lot of weapon options. Wow. And you're doing this in... What? That's Unity, right? That's Unity. Unity? It looks kind of like Unity. Yeah, it's Unity, okay. VTuber extraordinaire. How do you not know? Third tier, you came with the raid. How do you not know? It's your character's B-day. Well, wait, when this one? I know. Out here stupid. So apparently, you know that third tier is not watching your stream. A parody of FNAF, yeah. FNAF, is that how they say it? I don't know. Kids these days. FPS NAF. Well, I'm getting fishy with it. Making a fishing game. A fishing mini game. Whatever number that is, that's going to be what's left. And then we say 100 minus that? No. Difference would be like 30 or 1. Yeah, I think that's right. Right? It equals... Is my math? My math is probably really wrong. 100 minus... Is that right? No, 100 minus strength mat would give you 30. You subtract. No. I can't. My brain can't work. What just happened? Hold on a second. 400 points. Oh, you get immortalized in code. 3rd tier. I think. I don't remember what my number was for that, but. Oh, you gifted a tier 1 sub. Okay, hold on. Thanks. 3rd tier gaming. Tier 1 gaming. Where's my brain? Gaming or gifting sub to, I think I'm saying tier 1 sub, 3rd tier gaming, tier 5 gaming. And for the 400 bits. You rock! How have you been 3rd tier? I can find you on a video. Tend to use it to show off the game if you want. Yeah. Find you a video. Yeah. Show me your stuff. Show me what you got. Post whatever you want on here. Any links to anything. Did I spell it right? Is it CAL10? Wait, is it an L or an I? Is it that? I'm just gonna copy it. Here. Yes, I wrote it. Oh, hyphen. I see what you're saying. I was just trying to write it like it was showing on your screening. So whenever people sub or give, a good chunk of bits that are somewhat equivalent to a sub, I put their comments in the code. So every once in a while, I'll be in some of my code I've been working on, and I'll just have all these weird comments. I just bet 50K in student loans, not getting an engineering degree just to be bad at math. Okay, I can tell you what I'm trying to do, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So let's go see if it's gonna work. This will be fine for meow. Comprehensive artificial intelligence minus tactical android. I like that. Very succinct. Here, let's have a dad joke for you. Told my roommate that I did chores around the house, even though I didn't. Are you lying? He said. I replied, I guess I need to come clean. Funny because fun. All right, let's see if I broke things, which I most likely did with our fishing minigame. Most jokes aren't mine. There is a somewhat not really streamer person named Sugar Stacks who's just really supportive of streamers. And she gave me her giant list of jokes. And so I wrote up in my bot. I put in my bot those jokes. Okay, well, the tension gauge is fine. So that does work, right? I mean, the rod length is working. That was set properly. But I did just change that code. You look at the little fish, and it fights. It's like fighting against the line. That's why it's pulling away. Although clearly it's not helping the fish very much. Cool. Now the fish is weak. You know it's weak because it stopped fighting. You see how it's just like, okay, fine. Just reel me in, baby. Time to get fishy. Now we're going to change the size of the line strength. We'll make the line strength a little bit bigger. We'll see if it makes the line bigger. My roommate asked me to get 6 cans of Sprite when I went to the store. When I got home, I realized I had picked 7-Up. That's a good one. Are you sure? Jack Schmidt, Murderbot mascot. Hold on. My I have a tinge of a problem with my audio because my audio on the
model, which actually came from like a previous project of mine, you'll actually see that the icon for it is much different from
there you go.
the current model on screen.
Did you
At some
sneeze?
point in the
Drink water.
next
Okay.
month or two, I'll have.
It's funny when a
actually
VTuber drinks
get
water.
that
They're like
in-game.
their face.
But anyways,
So where's the
the
robot?
problem with the lighting being broken is that you can barely tell that this is a keycard locked door.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, we have to go through here, get this keycard.
Oh,
And there's a
oh, there
light
they are.
Go ahead and take
You
a
can
look
just
here.
shoot them. They didn't know what they had coming.
I'm doing terrible. I'm actually just gonna.
Audio's fine, right? Oh, that's fun. Let's see what else we got on here. This is gonna watch the entire. It's like 9 minutes, so that's funny.
Okay, you ran out of
So
these.
those are all like mascot joke, like you're killing all
Yeah.
of the robots, basically. You know, third tier. I'm beginning to wonder whether you've ever even watched
Here,
Katon's screen. Is that how you say it? Katon? Cat Girl also worked. KT's stream. There you go. I'm beginning to wonder whether you've ever
this
even watched
pseudo-boss fight
KT's
because the
stream.
end of level
It
1
feels a
is
bit
just
like maybe you just popped in for the raid. Check at 255. Okay.
Sometimes people have unreadable signatures. Of course, yeah. I was just curious as to what they're actually trying to say with that. Anyways, we come to this door, and it has been locked because it's been hacked. We have to find the console
Uh-oh.
and then unhack it. And this is the hacking section of the game, which
Is
is
this a mini game?
actually a cleverly disguised Titanfall 2 pilot gauntlet section.
That's funny.
We actually did that just about perfectly.
That's funny.
I say disguise, but it's or disguise pilot gauntlet section, but it is
That's
actually
cool. Thanks for sharing it. I'll watch the whole thing later. Sadly, I'm usually at work when she streams, but I've been sick, so I'm able to catch her. Yeah, I'm only giving you a hard time. That's the hacking mechanic. That's cool. That's so you also pulled a little bit of Shadowrun into it, right? Where you like go into the game to hack it. Got that Shadowrun vibe. Put your whole body into the game and go fight things. Of course, I don't think Shadowrun had the FPS part. We had a new type of hacking mechanic recently where you connect to terminals. That's cool too. Simpsons finished. Finally got to listen to this new streamer, Yif Weed. Welcome. Simpsons is still on, isn't it? God. Makes me feel old. Has it been 40 years yet that it's been on? It's been a lot of years. Like, I mean, so anyway, so the tension bar is now at a different width. It's somehow showing red for the entire thing, which is not great. That's okay. Wonder why it's doing that. Thanks, I had nothing to do with it. 30 years. The graphics are all done by my partner in crime, and he well, like we use some. I love the motion of the grass. Yeah, he did it. So he took a asset pack to start with, and then he maps it all to 3D. So if you want to see like what the scene, well, I'll get there and I'll go back and play it. So it's a it's a 2D, 3D game. It's 2.5D. We're using 3D-ish. This is your game. Yes, the game's called Alterium Ship. It's currently on Steam. If you would like to support the game, feel free to wishlist. There is a demo available. the demo is the same version as the early access version. It just doesn't go very far in the content. The first, like Act 1, which is all of this area. Those characters are not in Act 1, at least not in this context. I was just this is my testing. So all this stuff is just a 3D scene. Right there. So there's a mixture of billboarded sprites and terrain that has pixel mapping. I think the wish list third tier. You can see those are just like flat sprites. Yeah, so Drash Ray, who's the person, well, he doesn't stream anymore. When I started streaming, Dras was doing some streaming, and I was asking him all these questions about it. And he was somewhat inspired by Octopath. He liked the feel of like a pixel scene that was, you know, high quality. But him and I come from a background of kind of liking this tighter in view, field of view, and making it look more like it's a 2D game. It's, you know, it's 3D, but it's obviously a 2D world. Or sorry, it looks 2D, but it's really a 3D world. That's what I was trying to say. And so that's where he started with his inspiration. And then he showed me this prototype, and I was like, "That's amazing! I want to make this with you." And so it just took off from there. We've been working on this for 3 years now. 3 years ago, this time, you know, in 2022. Yeah, in 2022. It's like Paper Mario in a sense. Yeah, a little bit. I never played Paper Mario, but the thing is, like, how do I say this? The thing we don't like about games like Octopath, and it's not like we hate them or anything, but when a game takes pixel art and just kind of puts it onto 3D objects, we think it loses some of the flavor, because the idea of the pixel art is to make it feel like it's a retro game, but do more with the scene. And so Octopath has a really, you know, a much different camera angle. They use a ton of bloom. So even though it looks cool and like high quality, it misses out on some of what we wanted from our pixel version. And so that's why it looks very much like it was almost like a 2D game from the 90s. So that's where we grew up. I don't know what I broke here though. Is it because the strength max went beyond this color? It could be. What I could do is I could just make that like 95. It should still work, right? Because we still call setup. Strength max. I guess what I could do is I could maybe post the debug. I see. So what we try to do is, and there's a lot of retro style JRPGs out there, and a lot of games that claim to be I'm not saying claim as in allegedly, but they say that they're inspired by whatever, you know, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, things like that. And while we like the classics, we know that newer games need to have modern features. So we try to make a balance of the feel of a classic game, but we also want to incorporate some things that feel more modern. Anyway, I was going to chill out. I was getting kind of tilted at the end due to having issues with Blender. And you discovered a game-breaking bug while trying to show off the game. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you, KT, for stopping in and bringing your crew. I hope that you have a lovely night. And I hope you get a good resty rest. Oh, I didn't follow you when I follow. There we go. Now I did. It was cool meeting you too, and thanks for sharing your game, and thanks for bringing your crew. And thanks for bringing third tier. I appreciate that. So third tier can come in and lurk. It'd be like, Oh, your name's Motzi? I didn't know your name was Motzi. You have a you show your camera on stream? I'm sorry. Third tier. You're a VTuber? It's like it's right there. Sorry. Third tier though, I remember you from back in the day, so I'm just clearly teasing a lot. Way back in the day, from like Val's streams and stuff. Keep it, Val. Okay, so my number here is not, it's off a little bit. Oh crap. There's gonna be like a factor of some sort. It's not too off though. I just gotta figure out the numbers in between there, which is fine. Oh, is it Sympathy and Wallaber? I thought you watched, I'm sorry. I thought it was, yeah. I mean, it would be pretty amazing if I remembered exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Sympathy and Wallaber. To be honest, I mainly heard your name a bunch from Vimlark's videos. Yeah. Oh, Vimlark. Yeah. But yeah, the recommendation did come from Third Tier. Yeah, Vim. Oh, Vim. I like them. I haven't stopped in their stream a lot lately. Although I've seen a little bit what they're working on. What should I do next? I'm not going to work on the fiddly bits with this. I think it's enough that I've made it so that the rod line strength, whatever, it'll affect what you see there. Maybe what I should do is do the line snapping. Typically start streaming again? When did that happen? I haven't seen a lot of notifications. While I was working on his rally game, which is pretty cool. I actually have a command for Wallaber. He's cool. I should put his rally game in there too. I'll worry about the breakpoint later. You do. Make this do things. Okay, so I need to figure out a snapping line. I think that'll have to happen in here. Update tension and velocity. And then we're going to say, okay, can the line snap if you're not reeling? I don't think so. No, it could, right? Because even if you've released the tension, if you brought it all the way up, it could still snap. So we're not going to worry about whether it check for line. Line break. Sympathy was live yesterday. Okay. Yes, yesterday was Monday. Yeah. My work has gotten super busy lately, but not in a bad way. More like just in a busy way. I can't remember when we talked in the past Third Tier, but for the last 3 years, I have been running a client services department. She's a lamp tuber. Oh, really? She works in the lampstand, Linux, and what's A in lamp stack? I forget. And what is it? I wish I remember what a lamp stack. I gotta go look it up. What is a Why does it tell you? Oh, there you go. Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. That's what it was. It's just for some reason my brain. No, I know, but I was making a joke about web development. I was being dumb. Okay, so we're gonna check for the line break. We need to see if the tension is greater than the the line. So first off, if current tension is greater than, we do like a little trolling. I wasn't really trying to troll that time. I was just trying to make a bad joke. At all. Like in the slightest. We'll do dad joke. My clothes were having a competition to decide which one is the coolest. It ended up being a tie. So it took a bow. Bow. English funny. Okay, so if the current tension is greater than line strength, then we need to get sort of a random value. A neuron walks in the bar and asks the bartender how much. The bartender replies, "For you, no charge." Get it? Electron joke. Hey, Pixel Guardian, by the way. I'm always working on. I'm always fishing for compliments, Pixel. It's never ending. Okay, so how do I want to math whether the potential for a line break? It has to be based on the max tension is it's out of 100. So we're gonna say break the break area, I guess. I don't know. Equals 100. Equals? No, minus. It's going. I'm working on doing the line break. I made it so we can play with my rod, the strength of my rod, in terms of like how much tension it can handle. And now I decided I'm going to figure out how to make the line break happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a break area. That's going to be a number. So it's the difference between the max line strength and the max tension possible, which is 100. So whatever that difference is, now we've got to do that. Like, I think we have to normalize it, right? So I'd have to do. Why can't I do math? All right, go lurk game. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out, third tier. Thanks for the lurk. Okay. I'm not good. I know what I need to do, but I don't know how I need to do it. Which is pretty much the story of my life. Okay, I'm working on the line break project. Here is my thought. 1. We break. Oops. Area is the difference between the rod line strength and the 100. 2. The closer the total tension is, 100. Oh, you know what I could do then? Okay. The higher the chance breakage. 3. Only check this value when the line in the current tension greater. Okay. Can you provide me the logic, math, logic, math, code for calculating a possible line break? It needs to be somewhat randomized, but the randomness chance as the number. This is how I do it. I know that, like, if I were Wallaber, I'd be like, I don't need ChatGPT. I know exactly how to math because my brain knows how to do that. Why is it giving me 2 responses? This is interesting. I've never seen this before. It's suggesting me 2 options. Given your requirements, let's outline what we're going to do. Break calculation. Break area equals 100 minus line strength. I already did that. Normalized tension. Current tension is greater than line strength equals current tension minus line strength divided by break area. Chance of breakage. Which one do we like better here? One on the left seems a little bit more direct. Break chance formula. Breakdown. Exceeding tension. So it's how much it exceeds the line strength divided by break area. Okay. More math. Okay. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. Make this wider. Will it give me? Did it give me 2 different answers? Like, it looks almost the same. Exceed attention. So it gives me 2 different maths. It gave me also guard clauses, which I. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I chose that one. The one that I didn't want. Oh, okay. I can go back to the other one. That's fine. Chance of breakage. Normalized tension in break area. Simple linear chance. Okay. Random value. It's kind of weird, actually. Kind of does the same thing, right? This one's a little cleaner. This one. Okay. I was talking to my work partner. My God, colleague. My colleague at work about how I'm noticing some decision fatigue with ChatGPT now. Because ChatGPT, you can have all these custom GPTs, and you're like, oh, I should try all these things. And it gets a little exhausting now. It's like, I used to like ChatGPT because I could just throw my brain at it and see what happens. And now it's a little bit much. Why did that not do? Why did it not change it? Oh, because it says it's changing it to a float. I guess it has to be more specific. Exceeded tension. Equals current tension minus line strength. That's how much line strength. Breakdown. Da 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 da. Why is this not here? I guess it can't because I don't need your comments. Thank you very much. All I need is your magic, baby. All right. So we're not going to return anything because this doesn't matter. But we'll do... Typo City. Come on. Wait, what am I doing? Is break. There you go. Much better. Okay, so then we're gonna do if is break. Line broke for sure. I don't know why I didn't complete that. And you know what? I don't really want to do stop reeling yet, but we will eventually. But I don't really want to exit the game right now. And just do random range. Okay. So check for line break. Will only happen if the tension is greater. Work. So I might as well do check for escape, right? Let's do that too. How do we do that? What did he call it? Did he call it escape? Anyway, so we don't care about the fish endurance. We're going to do the same thing here, but instead it's with the tension is less than 15. I don't know. And then we're going to do kind of the same thing, right? So the more less than 15 it gets, the more likely it'll escape. I know it's like I'm using the same formula, but sure. So the break area, though, in this case is just 14. It doesn't really matter. It's all magic numbers. Here's where the magic numbers happen. So then we need to do thank you for the follow, oscilloscopy, or is it oscilloscopy? It says copy. It looks like copy, but I think it's oscilloscope E. How'd you get a name like that without having numbers after it? Hey, dad joke. Did you hear the one about the bed? No, that's probably because it hasn't been made yet. Yeah. Joke. So we're going to say release tension divided by 14. And then escape chance has to be greater than random chance. Is that right? No. Am I reversing it? Because it's the opposite side. I don't think so. Well, we'll see what happens. So, is escape. Check forward escape. Oh wait, check for escape. Gonna go get fishy with it. Of course, it's gonna have to rebuild, so we're gonna do another dad joke. Of course, always gotta do more dad jokes. I recently took a poll and found out that 100% of people in the tent were angry when it collapsed. See, you read it and you're like, poll. What? Poll? A German beat me at battleships. And I didn't mean to sound like a sore loser, but the first thing he said was, good game. Thank you very much. Oh, that's an accent joke. But these aren't all my jokes. let's go back here. I try to get all of the inappropriate ones out of the list. There's a lot, like thousands of jokes in there. I still someday want to make a legitimate dad joke. Uh-oh. Something not working something. Did I do something weird? What happened? My code's not that crazy, is it? Shit. Oh, because the fish escaped. Got it. I didn't comment that out. Well, we know what happens when the fish escapes, apparently. Try another one. I bought a cheap thesaurus today, and not only is it terrible, it's terrible. The joke is that the thesaurus didn't give them another word for terrible. I wonder what ChatGPT would do with dad joke. I tried it in the past, it wasn't that great. Tell me a dad joke. Why don't eggs tell jokes? They'd crack each other up. Nice. Give me a list of 20 dad jokes. We'll see if we can get through all the dad. We'll get all the dad jokes in this one thing. I know only 25 letters in the alphabet. I don't know why. Did you hear about the mathematician who is afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. Okay, so these are really... I told my wife, so I don't need to make a database. You just use AI. How do you make... Wait, hold on. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Okay. So first, let's see if the fish escapes. I think it is escaping somewhere in there. Did the fish escape anywhere? Oh, I can't tell. It doesn't look like the fish escaped anywhere in here. Let's see. No, the fish did not escape. Apparently the escape logic is not. It's an inescapable conclusion. All right, let's see if the fish line breaks if we go over the tension. Line break, line break, line broke, line broke, line broke, line broke, line broke, line broke, line broke. So it breaks a whole lot. Well, does it really break that quickly? Wow, it breaks fast. Okay, so I'll have to work on like fine-tuning it. But we do have a line break, so that's good. I don't think we have an escape, though. Fish escaped. So the fish will never escape, but it will always break. I don't know why it's kind of growing in jerky ways now. Has something to do with the weak behavior, target tension. I don't know why it's doing that. What time is it? Oh, it's almost. I gotta get ready for bed soon. All right. Well, I mean that's good. So I have line break. I have the code for the fish escape. Not quite there yet in terms of making it actually work, but that's okay. As long as I have the pieces in place, I can mess with it. We have it where the fish can fight, and we have it so the rod affects these things. So I've got a lot of things I've got to fine tune and tighten up. But I think overall it's looking pretty good. It's a good stopping point. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got bugged. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Why don't scientists trust atoms anymore? Because they make up everything. Definitely told these jokes before. All right. Well, I think this is a good time to wrap up. Fishing is a never-ending endeavor. And I, the person who never wanted to make fishing, am doing fishing. That's great. I got suckered into it. Let's go find somebody to raid. Coding with strangers or Nightfall is streaming. We should go raid Nightfall. He's working on his kitty cat game. All right, y'all. I'm going to set a raid up. Thanks for all the new people and the follows. I hope you all are having a lovely week so far. I will be back on Saturday. Working more on fishing, obviously. So you all have a lovely night. Go say hi to Nightfall. See how his kitty cat game is going. Bye-bye.